We're looking at red zone offensive success by quarter. This is useful to get a better understanding of pass plays versus run plays, to which type of player based upon their position you're targeting, based upon what time in the game. Are you better in the first half? Are you worse in the first half? Are you better in the second half? As you can see here, a team like the St. Louis Rams, their success rate on plays that they called in the first half was very good. Once they got into the second half, very poor, and in fact they were the second worst team at red zone success rate in the fourth quarter. So clearly their play calling fell way off, or opponents were able to make significant adjustments for them. So for instance, you can filter by this. So let's look at just pass plays in the red zone, and let's look at pass plays that are going, let's forget running backs for now, and let's just look at pass plays that are going to wide receivers or tight ends. And you can filter by down and week, it doesn't really matter, but clearly, as you can see here, in the fourth quarter, late in games, the Atlanta Falcons typically very good once they get to the red zone of hitting their wide receivers and tight ends. They struggle tremendously in the first half, in particular in the first quarter. And a team, on the other hand, like the Oakland Raiders, struggled late in the game as well in the fourth quarter. And of course, St. Louis is down here. Only 15% of their pass plays to tight ends or wide receivers were successful in the fourth quarter, which means that this is a team that obviously they've got new quarterback that they drafted, and they're looking to improve this pass success rate. But if you're scouting this team and you're looking to try to identify what you need to do, clearly it's still stopping the run, because they do struggle to pass the football in the second half inside the red zone. And in fact, all their numbers here are pretty bad when they're passing. You can see that when they're running the football, and we'll have to switch this position back to running backs because there are hardly any runs that are from wide receivers or tight ends. But if we switch this back to running backs, and I'll keep the quarterbacks out of the mix, because you can actually study quarterbacks as well if you want to see how they do running the football. But here's where you really could see what St. Louis was good at down in the red zone. They were one of the better teams in the NFL in the red zone because of how well they ran the football. So if you're keying on something to stop, you need to stop Todd Gurley inside the red zone and force the quarterback to make good decisions.